Hey, sister girlfriend, hope you're doing well. Sorry I had to cancel my event yesterday, but things just got a little wonky there. But listen, I am really wanting to get you this information, and I'm just asking you to take 7 minutes out of your busy day and learn what it is that I'm trying to communicate to you, because it can really extend your life. It could save you from a lot of heartache and harm. So what follows is a less than 2-minute video by one of the doctors speaking on the doctor show. The next is like a 90-second clip, and then there's some additional information I have on the back end. Please watch it. It can really save your life.
A lean belly leads to a healthier, longer life. So when we measure around our waist, we're really measuring this gelatin fat. You see how closely packed together the organs are here? You need that amount of fat. That's healthy. But over here, this is unfortunately what a lot of us are dealing with. All that excess fat surrounding your organs. Your organs are separated by basically this toxic goop. I call it an alien invader. And I want to talk to everyone a little bit about what's happening inside your abdomen and why having a lean belly is such a key to good health. So you're walking around with too much abdominal fat. This fat you're looking at is visceral fat. It doesn't just sit there. It truly is toxic goop encircling all of your organs. It's increasing inflammation. It actually secretes chemicals that increase inflammation throughout your body. But it also affects your cardiovascular system. It increases over time your blood pressure, amongst other things. And as all these parameters are changing, your abdomen, that visceral belly fat, is doing other things. It's increasing production of something called interleukin-6. This chemical further increases inflammation throughout your body. And as this happens, something else really interesting is occurring. Your metabolism is being governed by this excess body fat. Adiponectin is affected. And what does it do when you don't have enough of it? It tells you to store more belly fat. So it's a vicious cycle to poor health. Your liver is overwhelmed with cholesterol. Well, what does that lead to? Plaque buildup in your arteries. And when you get plaque buildup, what happens next? Oftentimes, I see you in the ER, fatal heart attack, and everyone always says, what could I have done differently? Well, the answer is right here now, you've got to target excess belly fat. Belly fat leads to heart disease, cancer, stroke, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, even sexual dysfunction. And I don't want everyone to have to deal with that. Well, what happens if you actually get rid of belly fat and develop a leaner belly? You know what? Studies show you'll actually be smarter. You'll sleep better. Sounds good to me. You'll have a healthier heart. Better sex. They look pretty happy, don't they? Even more money. Less money spent on medical bills, more money to travel the world. Sounds pretty good, right?
Okay, everyone, we're about to get very up close and personal with a high amount of visceral fat. You have been warned. Now, some of you who've been following us for a while have probably seen parts of this body before, but I'm really gonna get close so you can see the high amount of visceral fat here. Let's just start with the heart. The heart, you can't even really make it out very well because there's so much visceral fat. Even look over here on the apex, it's really hard to make out the apex. And then you can see the lungs. This person died of lung cancer. We'll get to that in an actual long form YouTube video. But even the liver had fatty liver disease. Now, we know that partly because we got the medical history and this person was diagnosed prior to passing away, but there's just so many other risk factors with the high amount of visceral fat in the area. It's not shocking that fat is not just gonna be on the outside of the liver, but also penetrating and infiltrating the actual hepatocytes or those liver cells. And then you get down to the abdomen here, and you can see all the visceral fat surrounding the small intestine. The greater omentum is just super thick and huge. And so the reason why this is so important to show and point out the visceral fat is visceral fat has a high correlation with metabolic dysfunction and many other conditions for that matter. But when we talk about metabolic dysfunction, the things that come to mind most often are things like prediabetes and actual full-blown type 2 diabetes. But one of the good things about this is you actually can lose visceral fat through diet and exercise.